first of all, I'm delighted to welcome Chancellor Friedrich Merz in this very significant day when we celebrate the 75th anniversary of Schuman Declaration, the very beginning of our union. And I want to wish all the best for the Chancellor and for his new government and for Germany in the coming 4 years. Germany is, of course, a key pillar of our union, and the stronger Germany is essential for our economy and our capacity to face the different challenges in the world. I'm very glad to listen to Chancellor Merz that they are a full alignment in the German government priorities and our own priorities on competitiveness, on security, and also on migration.
I'm delighted to be here today on the 9th of May, to be here in Brussels, my 3rd day in office. But Schuman Day, Europe Day, we face enormous challenges, but perhaps that is precisely why it is necessary to look back at the origin story of the EU, because 75 years ago today, the Foreign French Minister Robert Schuman declared or suggested the creation of the coal and steel community. Everyone needs to be able to trust in Germany. Everyone should know that they can rely on Germany and the new German government, and I will be meeting many of my colleagues and having many discussions to bring that point across in the coming days and weeks. I firmly stand by Ukraine and Ukraine's cause, and we will do everything we can to end this war as quickly as possible, but that this can only be achieved together with Ukraine. Ukrainians need to be involved, and we need to make it very clear where we stand, and that is by the side of Ukraine.
What do you expect from the new German Chancellor, and is there anything that he can do better than Olaf Scholz? Thank you.
A new leader means always new energy, new ideas. And Germany is a very reliable partner since day one of the European Union, and always contributes on behalf of different leaderships to strengthen European Union, to bridge difference, and to cement the unity among the 27th. And my expectations is, of course, that Friedrich Merz continue to put Germany in the center of the European making process.
I congratulated the US President on the agreement he has reached with the United Kingdom yesterday. That is a good way forward, but I also said that it's not possible to do that with individual EU member states because we only negotiate trade together. My impression was that he accepted that, and so he knows now he can only negotiate with us together. And I coordinated closely with the President of the European Commission. That's what I intended to do. And I also said that it is not a good idea to escalate the tariff dispute. The best thing would be to go down to zero for everything and for everyone. He has invited me to Washington, and I'm sure we will talk about this question in the near future. My impression is that in the US, the discussion about the disadvantages of tariffs for the US economy is starting. People are beginning to perceive that. And so we'll have to see what we can do to make progress. My impression is that a tariff war damages everyone. Nobody wins that kind of war. Let me also say that we shouldn't just talk about tariffs. We should also talk about technological standards and mutual recognition. That always is a second part, often a very underestimated part of trade agreements. Mutual recognition of technological standards is often just as important as the question about how high or low tariffs should be. So that second aspect will play a major role in my discussions with him. Now, on Ukraine, there is a draft communiqué between the member states of the European Union. You're familiar with the text. It's very much identical with the proposal for the 30-day ceasefire, and it really is now up to Russia, not just today and over the weekend, but certainly in light of the ceasefire that's been announced in the context of the 9th of May. And it's up to them, and I think now is the time to move on and turn the ceasefire into the start of peace negotiations.
We agree when it comes to reducing European bureaucracy. We agree. And simply kicking the can down the road is not a satisfactory answer. Some regulation needs to be lifted. Let me give you the CSDDD directive as an example. The directive on the supply chain. Simply delaying its entry into force is not a sustainable solution. The solution at the end of the day has to be to simply lift it, as we will be doing with our European supply chain law soon. When it comes to competition law, we will also be having to have discussions, and the Capital Markets Union has, and I share Emmanuel Macron's view on this, has been too much in the light of liability regimes and hasn't looked enough at how we can ensure a broad and deep European capitals market.